Is Alvin Murray, and we are presently at Adams Valley Farm in Manchester. I'm the manager of the Christiana Potato Growers Cooperative, but also a farmer here at Adams Valley. Well, I have to see myself as part of creating the learning journey in the first place. Having met Cavell, knowing exactly what they wanted to do in terms of how will climate change affect us, how farmers could benefit from HMI, and really have been working with it over the last, well, nearly 1 year to ensure that this could happen. So having gone and listened to the purchaser in terms of Glastonbury, see what Bell Tropics is doing in terms of export, see what we are trying to do in terms of Christiana to get smaller farmers, even smaller farmers, get together and work together. So I'm really excited about it and want to ensure that it can happen. Okay, this particular project here is really the beginning of what I would say is a diversification from being a coffee plantation. As you can see, we had forest trees here, cedar trees, lumber trees. And what we're trying to do is to show how we could have tree crops, vegetable crops. We have even incorporated now fish farming. And when you say fish farming at 3,000 feet above sea level, everybody thinks that you're crazy. No, but in greenhouse farming, we're using maybe 500 gallons of water per day per house. As you can see, we have 6 houses here. That's 3,000 gallons per day. We harvest all the rainwater that is used here, and it comes to the houses by gravity. One of the projects we're trying to implement now is to have that water first go through big tanks, and the fish should be in the tanks. So they'll be reared in the tanks. Their waste would get into the water and serve as fertilizer for the plants that we grow inside the greenhouse. We have also started to sterilize the soil that we use so that we avoid nematodes and other problems that are in the soil. We are planting forage for goats, as in the case of moringa trees, that will cut down on the importation bill for material that we use to feed our animals. We are planting sweet potatoes as a cover crop that covers the land quickly and saves on soil erosion, so you have better soil and longer working possibilities. We are in greenhouse farming, as you can see, and we have modified the greenhouse environment to make a taller house, a house with more ventilation. So all in all, really trying to do better for the environment, one, and two, as farmers in terms of making extra money from farming. We know that there are certain diseases that we are now seeing affecting our crops that we never saw before. There's mites, increased problems with downy mildew, increased problems with other diseases inside the house. And we can only attribute it to increase in temperatures. And it might not be all that high, but we are seeing it and we are feeling it. And we know that should this continue on the same trend, very soon the lower lying areas will be flooded out. They won't be able to grow fish. And we know that if we start doing it up here, we could make a difference. We could make a difference. People are leaving communities like these and going into Kingston, creating more problems, living in these slum areas. Why? Looking at a better way of life. But if we can do more of this, we can keep more people here, employed in their own community. Well, one day at a time. One day at a time. As we go, we'll find other things we want to do. But it's a matter of, working to make things better for the next generation to come. That's the idea.